Fish on! Whoa!
Whoa! All right.
Oh, it's hard to tell how big it is.
Let me get the net.
Yeah, probably. Oh, he looks
Nice
pretty
fish. Right in the prop wash.
Get him. Oh, that's a nice fish.
There you go. You wanna grab him?
Nice fish. Right there she is.
Nice fish.
One thing you need to do a lot of times when you're open water trolling like this is to do a lot of experimenting. We've caught in one fish so far, and it was down in that, we're guessing, 16 to 18 foot range. So I just changed baits up here, and I'm gonna put a different type of bait down in that same area. I'm not using any snap weight, I'm just long lining it 100 feet out. And it's key to get your lines spread out, try different baits until you get on a good program. Once you get on a program, figure out what type of bait they want, the depth that they're at, the speed that they're at, then you can change up and put the other lines that way. But that's what trolling is. It's a lot of experimenting.
In order to be a successful troller, you must be versatile and ready to experiment. Professional anglers use 3 basic techniques when trolling: flatlining, snap weights, and Leadcore. Each is designed to get the lure to a specific depth and keep it there. Flatlining is simply letting the lure out behind the boat and allowing the bill of the bait to drive the lure to its maximum depth. Rapala has handy casting and trolling dive charts that enable you to quickly select the right lure to target a precise depth level. For example, a Shad Rap RS number 7 on 10-pound monofilament line trolled at 100 feet back will dive to a depth near 14 feet. Snap weights are an alternate version of flatlining. A great rule of thumb is to let the lure out 50 feet behind the boat. Clip on the snap weight, then let out another 50 feet of line. It is important to note that snap weights come in various sizes. By changing the weight, amount of line let out, or the speed of the boat, you can dramatically change the depth your bait is running at. Successful trollers are constantly trying different combinations of depth and speed in order to trigger fish into striking. Leadcore is a no-stretch line that has been weighted with lead and color metered every 30 feet. These colored segments enable anglers to tell at a glance how much line is out. For example, 1 color equals 30 feet, 3 colors would equal 90 feet of line. Leadcore allows you to fish very small baits deeper without hindering the action of the lure. In all of these trolling situations, it is very helpful to remember to have line counting reels so you can replicate the most productive pattern. The key is the right lure at the proper depth and speed.
They seem to be, I don't know, down in the 22 to 25 foot range.
And we're over 35 feet of water.
This is a nice fish.
We stand down to the leader. You just got a glimpse of him down there. He's fighting hard.
He doesn't want to come in.
He's a real fighter.
Nice fish.
Decent. All right, there he is.
Oh, he's not huge. I thought he's bigger.
There we go.
Nice fish. Not as big as I thought it was, but nice fish. 24 incher or so. Hey Vaughn, I think we should change that other line up there and put another Leadcore out with a number 9 holographic. That seems to be a pattern.
I think that's a good idea.
We haven't,
it's been a hot pattern.
We haven't been doing much in the high baits and stuff, and
yeah.
So let's change that one up over there, and
yep.
That seems to be a pattern.
Working. That's working.
I noticed on the depth finder now too. We're marking a lot of fish down there low, some big ones. Oh, there's one, Vaughn.
All right.
Right on the turn. I'm just turning around, and a lot of times on turns that that can really trigger them.
Yep. Just a little change in speed, slow down, speed up, whichever way.
Same, feels like the same size. I tell you what, where we're trolling right here, we're out off a mud flat. The mud flat comes up to 24 feet on the top. And we're out from it, I don't know, maybe a block. We just went across a little while ago, and the fish seem to be suspended at the same depth of the flat. The flat tops out at 24 feet. Right now we're in 35 feet. And from what the electronics are telling us, those fish are staying at that same level of the flat, suspending out over the deep water. And that you'll find that holds true in a lot of different bodies of water. He doesn't like the boat.
Great for kids to reel in. Whoa, that thing's fighting. Wow.
Come on, babe.
Right. Yeah, almost.
Ooh. Ooh, nice fish. Nice fish. Tell you what, these new RS Shad Raps, they're quite the bait. I'm all tangled up here. There we go.
Wow.
That's the bait right there. Nice fish. That one, kind of close to 8 pounds, I'd say. There she goes.
All right, putting this one back out, and we've been continually changing all day.
Fish on!
Fish on. All right. There we go.
Go ahead, Vaughn.
I'll keep putting this one out. And I guess, I can keep saying what I was going to. I guess we've been changing all day till we found what works. And right now it's been working great, but it won't work all day. It'll change. And when we change, we'll change our depth up or down a little bit, follow where the fish are going. We'll change our colors. If the clouds come in like they look like they might be, we'll change our color possibly if it quits working. We'll keep using what we are until it quits working. But if we go for any kind of a span of time where we just aren't catching fish, we'll start changing what we're doing. Size of the baits, depth of the baits, and color of the baits.
That's
okay.
a nice fish.
Nice fish.
Well, he came up right away.
Oh man.
Nice one. Oh, that's a nice fish.
That's a nice fish, yeah.
Come on, baby.
We're about due for one. Fish on.
The Leadcore.
Oh. Got it? Yep, it's on there. Well, that was on the turn. Yep, feels good.
This is the second fish now we've got while we were doing a turn, and this was on the inside of the turn. And you'll see that a lot. What it does is, on this bait particular, we're using Leadcore. On that turn, it actually dropped down lower and it went slower. So a lot of times, what we do a lot of times when we're fishing, we'll do S turns. I mean, sit there and just S like that, and you can create a lot of bites that way.
Why don't you grab the net, Chris? He's pretty close. I'm up to my mono. Oh yeah, I can see him down
I
there.
think you can lift him in.
You think I can lift him in?
Wow.
I don't want to lose that valuable crankbait there. That's a hot bait today. Yep, the old S-turn did it.
You'll see that a lot, especially like out in the Great Lakes and stuff. Some of your top trollers, that's all they do all day long is do S-turns. And sometimes the outside baits, when they're on the outside bait actually goes faster, and the inside bait goes slower and drops. And some days, I mean, it's kind of weird, but some days you'll catch all your fish on one side of the boat, and other days they'll be on the other side of the boat. And I mean, it's always you're always trying to figure out what's going on out there. But that's the key, is to try to figure out what the pattern is. Don't force feed fish. Let them tell you what they want, what speed they want, and that's the key. And once you can hone in on all those little different secrets they're trying to tell you, then you can get on them pretty good.
there he goes. You know, another thing it's great about fishing crankbaits, you know, you go to a new places, new bodies of water you haven't been at before, I guess, and they're huge. There's a lot of things that you don't know. It's a lot of unknown because you haven't been there. Crankbaits are excellent for searching out fish. You can cover water fast. If you go out and fish other methods, jigs, rigs, or something, you're gonna fish a little spot. It's going to take a long time. The crankbaits, you can see what's on the bottom. You can learn structure. You can cover a lot of water, spreading out your lines. It's real efficient.
Oh, there's a fish.
All right.
You never know what, you know, every day's different. So never get stuck into fishing the same pattern all the time, and you know, try different baits, try different depths, try different speeds, and you know, that's the way you grow as a fisherman. If you keep doing the same thing all the time, you're not gonna get better. You might get better in that one specific thing you're doing, but as an overall fisherman, you're not gonna get better. But speed and size of bait is critical. You know, I'm surprised we got a bunch of boats that are fishing up on this flat right here, and they're all rigging, probably leeches and crawlers, and we've caught a fair amount of fish out here now. And I know they're all sitting there watching us, trying to figure out what we're doing, and I wouldn't think it'd take them too long to. That's a nice fish. Nice fish. Nice fish. That's, came off.
Right there.
Folks, regardless of where you're fishing, whether you're out in the Great Lakes or here in the upper Midwest where we are today, fishing crankbaits is a great way to cover water and a great way to catch fish. I mean, man, it's hard to argue with fish like that.